Before we start asking, getting the audience questions, we had one more thing we wanted to touch on. How is the Entheon project going?
I've seen video of bricks being laid.
And we're curious to know how the visionary community has been a part of that.
Yeah.
I think it's remarkable that just from the time that we've started building, we've had almost a parade of some of the greatest visionary artists, except for yourselves.
We're getting you out there.
You'll be out soon. Yeah, but during this process, maybe we'll see you guys, and it'll probably be 2 years, but we've, Amanda Sage and Android was just out. We've had Randall Roberts and
Aloria and David, Aloria Weaver and David Heskin and
Chris Dyer,
Michael Devine, Mara Holden. We've had so many visionaries, and Zavi and Mark Ensign just did a big piece. And so we've been having a lot of visionary artists coming, muraling the Mushroom Cafe, and making contributions on the land of sculpture. We have some new sculpture on the land. So the progress of making this property more beautiful and creative, but Entheon itself is being built right now. They were working Saturday, not Sunday, but they were working on the wall. They're starting to build up the block walls. So it's just beginning. The foundation pouring was very exciting for us. It looks really nitty-gritty, but it's the end of a 4-year process of working with the town and working with the bank and trying to get this thing started. And it just started a little late in the winter, so we may have to take a hiatus, and who knows. But right now they're still above freezing and they're still laying blocks. So we'll see how far we get this winter. Then we may start again in April. We have a lot going on there at Cosm with building anyway. We have some new housing, and we want to create a classroom. So we have a lot of building to do interior if we have to stop the Entheon project for a couple months. But it's ongoing. We've got everything we need to at least create the box and install the collection and the Narthex Gallery, which is going to be the gallery of our visionary art tribe, the best of the originals that people are willing to loan for long, like 6 months to a year, to be in the Narthex Gallery. There'll be, a selection of art, and it'll be rotating on a longer term basis. We're not going to have monthly or anything like that. We're going to have year-long or 6-month rotations of some of our favorite invitational artists and their best work. I mean, I really want to see the originals. I want people to be able to look at the actual paintings, the ones that we keep seeing in slides and posters and giclée prints. Let's pull them out of the studios and at least show them and then return them safely, because a lot of people do want to save these most incredible works, but I think they're worth bringing them out of hiding and letting them be in the Narthex. And then the Sacred Mirrors will be there, and I have some work there, and we'll have a lot of celebrating. But that's not for another year to 18 months, I think, for the installation. And then there's building, then there's the sculptures.
That's really not a lot of time, really, in the
if it's only a couple of years, that's pretty fast.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be incredible, and we're going to raise the money for the sculptures now, because we have our bank loan for the basic form and the installation, but the sculptures are going to be in another $1.5 million.
Wow.
So we're in the progress right now of looking at, putting our campaign together, getting our friends to come out and help us put these sculptures on. First, do one facade and just see how it looks. And we know where we're going to do it. We know how to do it. We're working with people that print out 20-foot by 8-foot by 8-foot foam, and then you make a cast of it. It's ornamental concrete, but it's printed out, 3D printout.
Wow.
And then we make the mold of that foam. We make a mold, and then we make glass reinforced cast concrete shell inside of that mold, and then you take the shell out. It's concrete, which is the same material that the Pantheon is made of. The Pantheon dome is concrete, so it's an ancient material brought up to date with fiberglass reinforcement, and then it'll last 1,000 years.
Wow.
And we're gonna hang it onto the building.
That sounds
with
beautiful.
an armature. Yeah, we have engineers. I mean, we had the building engineered, but now we have the engineers working just on the sculptures because they got to figure out to make them hang just right so they're all perfect.
The building itself is like 125 years old or something, right?
Well, it's 1882 carriage house. It's,
wow.
you know, I tell you, it's a brick shell right now. It looks like a bombed out fortress. We took the roof off. Most of the floors are coming out. And it'll be a 3-story on one side, 2-story on the back, 3-story in the front, with an elevator. And, you know, it's going to be, you know, walk in through the Narthex Gallery, come in to the gift and print area. There'll be videos. It'll be wonderful. It'll be a wonderful community, powerful center.
I think people will make a pilgrimage to go. Would you consider this an art installation, or what? How would you define it?
Yes, I do.
An art installation.
I call it a work of social sculpture.
Social sculpture.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
It's I think it'll be a sanctuary of some kind, you know, and it's shaping up. We're making we made a kind of a small 3D printout, which is maybe 30 inches
I think
by
it's 40 inches across.
or 40 inches across, and so we're, you know, starting to see some of the elements in a more overall sense, and what trouble we might run into, and what lighting we might want to work with and stuff. So it's very exciting to be anticipating all that's to come, and it's great to have begun. We can start to feel now the shape of the Narthex Gallery, and we just felt like the elements of the former building were so cool, and they were so kind of ancient, and so in portions of the building you'll see the old brick and old stone. And so in the first floor area, you feel some of those stones. And there's a reliquary down there as well that will house many artifacts and stuff.
Of the psychedelic heroes,
Nice.
I would say.
The Dr. Hoffman.
I was going to say Albert Hoffman has to be in there.
Sasha Shulgin.
And the Tool Shrine.
Yeah.
We have some relics of Tool.
Nice.